On this problem, you have to do division and multiplication before you do anything else. So it's going to be 5 plus 3, and then plus 12. That will give you a 20. You have to do division and multiplication before you can do this subtraction over here and this addition. So you're going to have 4 plus 10 and then minus 1. That will give you a 13. Last one. You must do this in, actually I didn't mean to make that line. You can do this in order back here, but this must come first. So you have 6 plus 4 and then minus 2 plus 4. So this would be 10 minus 2 plus 4, and that's 8 plus 4, which will be 12. Pick a number from 1 to 5 with your last name on it and drop it off up here. The winning number is 2. Time for the homework check, and for the homework check you must make certain that you have all the work shown necessary. Have Algebra 1 written at the top along with yesterday's date, which is the date it was assigned, 8/19/13. Make sure your last name is on it as well. Once all that's in place, then bring it on up here. 18 present, and the number that had homework is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. So 17 out of 18 is 94%, which is not bad. First period had 100%, second period 90, third period 100, and you guys have 94. Alright, here come the answers. Now I'm going to show you the answers. We're not going to worry about the work yet. We'll answer questions about the problems at the end. We're just going to read off the answers and display them as we go. As we go through here, put a check mark beside the ones that you get right, and then at the end we'll add them up. Number 1 should be 12 yards and 3 inches. Number 2 is 13 yards, 2 feet, and 3 inches. Number 3 is 29 yards, 4 inches. 4 is 36 yards, 2 inches. 5 is 20 yards, 10 inches. 6 is 15 yards, 2 feet, 10 inches. 7 is 14 yards, 2 inches. 8 is 14 yards, 9 inches. 9 is 10 yards, 1 foot, 1 inch. And 10 is 46 yards, 1 foot, 6 inches. Today's objective. Same as yesterday, use units as a way to understand problems and to guide the solution of multi-step problems. Choose and interpret units consistently in the formulas. Choose and interpret the scale and the origin in graphs and data displays. Today's knowledge targets. Calculate unit conversions. Recognize units given or needed to solve a problem. Example 1. I've left most of this blank so that I can fill in the numbers as we go along. In this first problem, John has a board that is 4 feet, 6 inches long, and Julie has a board that is 6 feet, 9 inches long. How much longer in inches is Julie's board than John's board? Now there are 2 different ways to do this. One, if you're advanced with feet and inches and yards and stuff like that, you can pretty much do it in your head by looking at 4 feet and thinking that if you add 1 foot to that, that's 5 feet 6 inches. Add another foot to that, it's 6 feet 6 inches. So you have 2 feet and then 3 more inches to make 9. So the answer is 2 feet 3 inches. If you're not that advanced with it, then here's the way you need to do it to ensure that you don't miss anything. Watch this. This and this need to be converted into inches only. So for John, it would be 4 feet times 12 inches in a foot plus the 6 inches that were left over. 4 times 12 is 48, and plus 6 is 54. And then for Julie's board, 6 feet 9 inches, it would be 6 times 12 inches in a foot plus the 9 inches left over. 6 times 12 is 72, and plus 9 is 81. So from there you would find the difference. You would do 54 and 81, 81 minus 54. And that difference is going to be 27 inches. But you want to express the answer in the same form that the problem was given. If it's consistent in the problem, make your answer the same form. So convert the 27 inches to feet and inches by dividing 27 by 12. When you do that, 27 divided by 12 is 2.25. We know that the 2 out to the left is the feet. And to figure out the inches, just multiply the 2 by 12 to get 24. And what's the difference between those two? 3, so it's 3 inches. The answer should be 2 feet 3 inches, just like we said at the beginning. Example 2. John has a board that is 8 feet 1 inch long. Julie has a board that is 2 feet 5 inches long. How much longer is John's board than Julie's board? So go up here to John, 8 feet 1 inch. What do I do to convert that to inches? 8 times 12, and then what? Plus 1. What's 8 times 12? 96, and plus 1 gives me what? 97. What do I do to convert this one? 2 times 12, and then what? What's 2 times 12? 24 plus 5 is what? What's the difference between 97 and 29? 68. Alright, so 68 inches. What do I need to do to that 68 inches? Yeah, divide the 68 by 12. So 68 divided by 12 is 5.6 repeating. We know that the 5 is the feet. And to figure out what's left over, what must I do? 5 times 12 is what? 60. So what's the difference? Yeah, 68 minus 60 is 8. So we have a difference of 8 inches. 5 feet 8 inches is the complete answer. In this problem, John has a board that is 3 feet 9 inches long. Julie has a board that is 5 feet 2 inches long. How much longer in inches is Julie's board than John's board? For the practice problem, let's convert this one by doing 3 times 12 plus 9 to get 36 plus 9, which is 45. And convert this one to get 5 times 12 plus 2, that's 60 plus 2, which is 62. The difference between those is going to be 17. Divide that 17 by 12, and you come up with 1 point something. You know that the 1 is the foot, and you really don't have to multiply here because 12 times 1 is itself. So the difference between 17 and 12 is 5. 1 foot, 5 inches is the answer to the problem. For the bonus, that's 9 plus 8 minus 1, which should give you 16. This should be 5 times 2. 3 minus 1 is 2, and then plus 12. So 10 plus 12 is going to give us 22. In this problem, John has a board that is 4 feet and 6 inches long. Julie has a board that is 10 feet, 3 inches long. How much longer is Julie's board than John's board? On this problem, let's convert this and do 4 times 12 plus 6, which is 48 plus 6. That's going to be 54. And converting this one, 10 times 12 plus 3 is 120 plus 3. That's 123. So the difference between 54 and 123 is going to be 46, and 23 should be 69. And divide that 69 by 12. So 69 divided by 12 comes out to be 5 and some change in a decimal. What you need is just the 5 for the feet. Multiply 12 times 5 to get 60, and the difference between 69 and 60 is 9. 5 feet 9 inches. This should be 5 plus, and this whole quantity here is a 2. And then plus 2 on the end will give you a 9. Example 3. What is the average length in feet and inches of the following boards? 5 feet, 2 inches, 3 feet, 6 inches, and 7 feet, 4 inches. We want the average length. So what we should do is convert each of these to inches only to start with. So that's going to be 5 times 12 is 60, plus 2 is 62. Since we've already done this in the last problems, there's no need to write all of that out now on this one. And converting the second one, that's 3 times 12, that's 36, plus 6 is 42. And for this one, 7 times 12 is 84, plus 4 is 88. So we've converted all of those to inches only. Now we have to find the average. What's the first step in finding the average of any amount? Yeah. Add them all together. So what is the total of these 3 items? 492. Did anybody else get 492? Oh, 100. That makes a difference. Anybody else get 192? Okay, so 192 inches. And what should we do to the 192? Yeah, and we have 3 numbers, so we divide it by 3. Alright, so what is 192 divided by 3? 64. So the average is 64 inches, but we need to express the answer in the same form that the problem is given. So let's convert 64 inches into feet and inches. Dividing by 12, 12 will go into 64 5 times without going over. 5 times 12 is 60. So how much is left over? 4. So we have 5 feet 4 inches for the average length of the boards. Example 4. What is the average length in feet and inches of the following boards? We have 2 feet 6 inches, 3 feet 4 inches, and 5 feet 1 inch. What is this one converted into inches only? 30 inches, he's right. And what is this one converted? 40 inches, he's right. And what is this one? 61 inches, right. What do I do now? Add them all together. So add those up, and what is the sum? 131 inches, right. What do I do to the 131 inches? Divide by 3, not 12, because we don't have the average yet. Remember, we're finding the average. So we've converted all of them here. We have to add them all together, which is this, and now divide them by 3 to get the average in inches. So what is 131 divided by 3? 43.6 repeating. Here is the rule for when you get a decimal for an inch. Round it to the nearest inch. So what is the true answer for this? 44 inches, right. Now we have to convert that 44 inches into feet and inches. How many times will 12 go into 44 without going over? 3 times, and that would be 36. So what's the difference between 36 and 44? 8. So the average length of those boards is 3 feet, 8 inches. What is the average length in feet and inches of the following boards? 2 feet, 9 inches, 3 feet, 11 inches, and 9 feet, 3 inches. Converting this one, that's going to be 33 inches. Converting this one, that's going to be 47 inches. And for the last one, that's 108 plus 3, so that's 111. Did anybody get all 3 of those conversions? All right, so you're on the right track so far. Now you have to add them all up. So 111 and 47 is 158, and 158 plus 33 is 191. Did you get that? Yep. All right, so it's 191. And we're going to divide 191 by 3. So 191 divided by 3 is 63.6 repeating. So how many inches is it really?
64.
64. So if I convert 64 inches into feet and inches, that's going to be 5 feet, 4 inches. Here's the homework. You can take a picture of it now if you want. It's going to be on the website if you want to wait till you get home to download it. Or I have a paper copy if anyone doesn't have access to the internet.